This one's a hard one. Since nobody's talking about this, I figured it's up to me to share it with you. And I talk about this all the time about finding truth, seeking your truth, asking questions, questioning everything they've ever said. Today, it's something they're not saying, and I find it very odd. And a lot of emotions were flying around, and how I was going to go about this. And if you know about this, great. If you don't, this might be a chance to, finally wake up and see what's going on. Now, it's a touchy subject. I'm going to try and circumvent a lot of points that might get me get a strike or whatever. This is not about money. This is not about anything except for awareness. And you can either choose to keep your head in the sand and pretend that this isn't happening, or you can get like a little bit more inquisitive. And I urge you to don't take my word for it. Do your own research. Whenever they say not to do research, trust the science. To me, that's a personal red flag. And that would actually spark me to do more research. Now, there's no excuse anymore. There's information out there. Whether you want to call it dismiss, mal, whatever information, this is a fact. There is something that's going on right now, and it's not going away. I've been following this for the last year and a bit, and I know we've been shaken upside down. 3 years of a global issue, a viral issue that has shaken some lives, and it's turned some people against each other. And it's not about the past. Now is the time to be transparent, address issues as they are, not what you believe them to be or what you hope for. This is actually happening. Now, there is something going on that the mainstream media won't talk about. And I was trying to figure out a way to make this video without being political, without being, preachy. But it's something that we should be talking about. And it's something that's very serious because it's not changing. It might even be getting worse. Now, what I do, I always look to different sources and try and inject logic and critical thinking into everything. Now, you can be on either side. You can be wherever you stand with this. This is happening and it's affecting people. And, it's all great to deny it. But when it affects you, someone you love, someone you care about, don't wait till that happens to address the elephant. Now, that elephant is excess death. And that should scare you. We were up in arms about protecting Granny. And if you look at if you look at the stats about what all through that issue, it was like less than a percent of people that actually passed, sadly, during this thing. It's changed now. I've been seeing different sources saying up to 25% in the first part of 23. 25% excess deaths. And if you don't know what that means over time they have an expected death rate. And I know this is a really awkward conversation and a really awkward topic, but they can kind of gauge. Now, if you look at statistics, a lot of people that are statisticians or epidemiologists, they look at standard deviations. So what would make something an issue or just an anomalous year? Well, we knew over the viral time, that there was going to be an excess of mortality. Now, what's happened since then? Now, I'm not going to get into what or like how I believe or what's going on. This one, if you have somebody that's in denial, if you have somebody in your life that needs to know this, because it's affecting all age groups. This is no longer the comorbid, the aged. This is happening. And I've come to trust a few people and sources. And what a big thing, like I was saying, is the outliers. And there is this guy, his name's Dowd. He was a financial exec for BlackRock. And he's a financial guy, and he learned about this. And this is over a year ago. He wrote a book, and I'm going to post all the links below because I'm not the one that needs to be saying this. I'm just trying to share and spread the awareness. And he wrote a book because he noticed insurance companies were paying out more, and the financial side of it was showing this trend. And that's one guy. Why would he be talking about this? That makes me think. Now, Dr. John Campbell, I don't know if you don't know who he is, you should, because he has been an oak of information throughout this whole process. Very popular on YouTube. He's like your grandfather. He's like the doctor that you would trust, that would come to your bedside and hold your hand when you're sick. You can tell he's not trying to spin anything, and he gets heartfelt and upset when things aren't good. And he posted a video a few days ago that's still going. I've been following him, and he's been on this, and he's challenging the government to step in and mention this, because you know what? This is happening. And another guy, Mike Mutzel, High Intensity Health. All through the pandemic, he was screaming about metabolic health and how we should not be sitting home eating Doritos. You should be, getting healthy, eating properly, exercising. He just did a video, and he breaks this down quite nicely. And this is public data. This is not me trying to scare you. This is not me trying to say, I told you so. This is nothing. This is none of that. Take yourself out of all of it and look at what's going on right now. And if you care about people, we should be talking about this. I'm going to post the links below. This message there is some hope. I have a video about how I feel about it and what you should be doing if you did get the thing. But we need to be talking about this. And I feel it's my duty to at least try and share this message. I don't know who it's going to help, if it is even going to help. And you know what? If you've been here, thank you. But there's no liking and subscribing today. I don't care. This is just a message to be shared. All the links are below. Check it out. Do your own research. Due diligence. Now more than ever. May save your life. Stay strong.